Oh my god, I wish you could hear this theme song right now. This is
It's
kind of magical, actually.
It's okay. I'll make up my own theme song.
I am digging this. Sorry, please continue.
I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I'll make my own theme song. This is the song of the Gungeon, and we lost the copyright to the lyrics.
You're not even close. The gulf in skill is impossible to overcome. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Team Pizza Plays Enter the Gungeon. I, of course, am Whatthefnu.
And I am...
Come on, you can do it.
You know what? I'm just Draw Man. I'm here with Fnu today.
I hate that too. When you feel like you want to take a joke, like you want to make a joke with something, and unfortunately nothing is coming to mind. You're like, shit, what do I say here? I gotta come with something funny, and your brain just doesn't work because you're trying to force it into place.
It's just a lazy Sunday here, folks. It's a lazy Sunday here on the Team Pizza Plays channel, and you know what? We're going to take it easy with some nice, relaxing, high-octane super violence.
So, yes, for those of you who don't know what this is, it is a roguelike, or roguelite, I should say. It has elements of permadeath and randomly generated dungeons. Basically, I'm probably going to skip the opening cutscene here, but the whole story of this is all of the characters who are here, including this guy, our Marine, you've got the pilot, you've got the convict, you've got the hunter, and this guy who's basically just the cultist who is here for the specific purposes of co-op. If you have another player, they can only play as the cultist, but essentially they all have bad pasts. They are things that they want to escape from, so they are hunting a gun that can shoot the past. And as the game puts it, give them another shot at life.
This is... So basically, we're all vying for the history eraser button.
Essentially, yes. And we're all... First off, everybody recommends you play as the Marine to begin with, because he starts with a point of armor, and he's also got a pretty decent gun to begin with.
He's also basically every protagonist in AAA ever.
This is also a bit of a bullet hell game, so you're going to need every advantage you can get.
Oh.
So I'm going to start with a tutorial because I don't know exactly how to play this. Try flipping these tables by kicking those barrels with the E button. We're flipping tables only 5 seconds in.
Isn't there a game based on that now?
Yes, I've never talked about that, actually. There is a Japanese game that was made that's just about flipping tables. And the harder you flip it, the higher a score you get, the more things you destroy.
We are living in an era, Fnu.
Oh, right-click is the dodge button. Okay, I am very happy with that, because for a second I thought it was going to be like shift or something stupid like that.
We're living in an era, Fnu, where all the lofty ideas for video games we came up with in middle school are coming true. And you know, I accept that, actually. That's what video games need to be. Games.
Yeah, just completely ridiculous for the sake of it.
Exactly. That's what attracted people to them in the first place. I mean, the first game was shooting a ball at a bunch of lines and then deflecting that ball back at each other. Pong, by the way. I mean, that was a pretty ridiculous idea. Laser tennis. Actually, I wish that was an Olympic sport, laser tennis. Let's see the...
I am with you on that. I love that we're in an era where we can get away with games that are called things like tennis in the face.
You know, it's going to get to the point where there's a video game released called... It's literally going to be called Dorito Game.
There pretty much already was something like that. It's Game of the Year 2015 420 Blaze It. That is actually the title.
I've seen... You remember our friend Shades, right?
Yes. Or at least I remember you telling me about him.
So Shades is another member of the team. He's one of our programming experts. He is called Shades because he never takes off his shades.
Even at night?
Exactly. He wears his sunglasses at night. He
Thank you
wears
for...
his sunglasses at night.
Yes, thank you for explaining the reference. Please continue.
So one day he came into the lounge at the college where Hidden and the Truth and Tuna and I were residing. And we were escaping a prison in space, but that's a story for another day. So he came to us with this magical game he had downloaded called 420 Blaze It. Wait, what's the full title of this game again? Yeah, Dorito, Mountain Dew, 420 Blaze It, whatever it's called. He came to us with this game, and it was everything you'd expect from its title. You got the air horn, you got the Doritos flying everywhere, you had the Mountain Dew for power-ups, you had to eat Doritos for health. I think you were also high. I mean,
I also hear that game is kind of unbalanced, because there's Mountain Dew everywhere, but no Doritos to be found.
Oh, dude.
It's either that or... It's one way or the other. Also, I have a literal pea shooter right now.
Peas, you say?
I'm also fighting bullets that are shooting other bullets at me. And my currency in this game is bullet shells. In case... They lay the theme on thick in this one. It is all about the guns, which is kind of thematically appropriate, and I love it.
Next thing you know, there's going to be a petition to control this game of guns. You need a permit to buy this game with its guns.
You know what?
You can't bring this game around your schools.
You joke, but there is going to be somebody who's coming like, this is going to... No, I don't think politicians are that stupid. Like, this is cartoony enough to where maybe you'd get away with the cartoon argument.
You know, you say that, and yet... Look at everything.
So, you got plenty of health right now, so don't use it yet. Hey, I'm doing better than they expected me to. You think you need it, jam the space button to use it. Okay. So I've got basically two different ways to... I've got more tools than just my firearm. I need to remember this. I've got my dodge roll, which is going to be handy... It's going to be handy to keep on using this. I have got my usable item, which I can press with space, but I've also got my blanks, which with Q, which is basically the bomb from any other shooter. I'm going to need to remember I have those, because I rarely use them in games like this. I'm one of those guys who will go through an entire run of Binding of Isaac and forget that I have a death card with me.
You don't use the awesome power-ups? For shame.
Okay, hold open tab, and then I click on the teleporter. I'm probably going to completely forget that I've got these, too, but... So teleporting won't work in combat, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Can't go this way quite yet. And I don't want to waste ammo, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to break that wall or not. Or maybe... Perhaps? No. Okay. Either I need a better firearm, or that's just not a breakable wall that I can do anything about. Woo-ha!
Sounds like a lot of hoopla! Sounds like a lot of hoopla!
I just barely grazed that one, too. Holy crap, that thing should have hit me.
Oh no.
The guy also told us to find... There's apparently another gun somewhere on here. Also, that was a Rambo bullet. I love how they are all... The design in this game is kind of ingenious, because you can tell all of the enemies' fighting styles apart simply by how they look. And plus, it's also very thematically appropriate, because the shotgun bullets will fire waves of bullets at you. Not quite as fast as the normal shots, but they also cover a wider area.
You know, they always tell you in elementary school that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but here it is all too necessary, all too integral to your survival.
Now I've got an AK-47.
Now I have a machine gun.
Except no substitutes. Although I'm gonna waste my ammo for the pea shooter first, because it's got way more shots to work with.
I'd love to play this with you. I'd love to take the cultist, because then I could just do nothing but Raven quotes from Teen Titans.
You could, actually. I've got to get that Patreon up so that I can move out there with you guys.
Because then I would just go, you cannot change the past, no matter how much you dislike it.
Alright, screw this. I see the crack in the wall there, so I'm just going to blow it open with a blank. So now we've got extra armor, an old knight's shield, and we've got an old knight's helm. So we got 5 points of armor to work with now. That's kind of badass.
So much armor.
To think that some people might just run straight through this area and not even find either of those things. Like, you just go straight forward and be like, okay, here's the boss fight.
Oh yeah, like, don't you play games just to deal with the final, most difficult do-or-die situation of your ability?
Speak with me when you're ready for the final challenge. Are ready to put all you have learned to the test? Yes, but I'm not ready to shoot you in the face. Face me! I called it too! Face me in single combat!
Single combat! Oh wow, this is literally a bullet hell.
Yes, I told you, things get a little ridiculous during the boss fights.
But I mean, it's like, this whole game is about bullets.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bullet hell with actual bullets.
So what you're saying is we are in an actual hell for these bullet-type enemies?
Exactly.
Like they've all died in a previous life? This is all of the... Wait, that shield! You found my shield! Which means you know my terrible secret. It's true, I never conquered the Gungeon. I'm no longer sure this even is the Gungeon. How humiliating, it's all that bastard's fault. Whose fault? That snake Blockner. We were supposed to be partners, but shortly after we arrived, I was shot in the back. When I awoke, I was trapped in some kind of chest. I called out for help, but no one came. I'm sure it was him who shot me. I think he wanted the gun for himself, but he must not have it. How do you know he didn't make it? Because if Blockner had changed the past, we would never have come to the Gungeon, and neither would I. But I'm still here, so he must have left. Or maybe he's stuck in the Gungeon too. It would serve the bastard right. If you find him, tell him Manny says hi, if you know what I mean. Got it. Nothing left to teach you. Good with the Gungeon and your past. Alright, well, that wraps up the tutorial.
Yo, you think that's bad?
We've actually got story here too, that's kinda neat.
We found lore!
So, next time on Team Pizza Plays Enter the Gungeon, we will, well, actually, for realsies this time, enter the Gungeon. Until then, I'm Whatthefnu.
Now we're just gonna skate along the edges.
And we'll see you again then. Later, everybody.
Later.